Hey guys, what's up? It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. Today's video is stuff that's gonna surprise you or may freak you out when you're traveling overseas. So the first one, big for me. In America, we drink something called filtered coffee. In other parts of the world, they say we drink filtered coffee in America. Nobody in America says we drink filtered coffee. We drink Folgers. We drink coffee from a coffee pot. Apparently that is a weird concept in the rest of the world, and if you like your Circle K coffee or your Quick Trip coffee or your whatever coffee, I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now, then you are going to be sad, my friend. If you like espresso, sure, the rest of the world is going to be great. But I will say in Europe, if you like Folgers with your filter brew and in your coffee pot and you like that nice mild roast, you ain't getting that shit. Even the closest thing in the world that I have found is called Americano, and it ain't even close. It takes about a pound of sugar and 50 creamers and stuff like that. Sweet and low is extremely hard to find, so I recommend how to get around that is bring your own instant coffee, little packets of Folgers or whatever, and then maybe some sweet and low, because as far as I know, all of that is perfectly acceptable. If it's not, wherever your first location is, call up the hotel and say, hey, can I have a package shipped there? It's coffee, because coffee over there is not what I drink and I have a special diet requirement. Come up with some bullshit. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, sure, and then save it for me when I get there. I'll be there in a couple days, and they're like, okay, bon voyage, or whatever the hell they're gonna say. So instant coffee will be your savior, because nothing like waking up in the morning and tasting like dog shit because you don't know what the hell you're drinking, and it takes you 45 times to get something that's even relatively close to what you drink in America. Not saying that their coffee is not good, it's just not what I'm used to and I don't like it. So the next thing is, just like the coffee, the food, much different, totally different. I don't care what it is, 95% of everything I find in Europe or anywhere in the world is completely different. Mexico, wherever. Wherever you go, they're gonna have their own brands of snacks, their own brands of mac and cheese, if you can find mac and cheese, their own brands of tuna, their own brands of this, their own brands of even like non-food products, like laundry detergents aren't gonna be the same or whatever. So you're gonna have to do some trying out. I will say, this is much funner and much more exciting than the coffee thing. This is adventurous, especially with treats, because you're like, oh crap, that chocolate's great. And then you like lay there for like 3 days because you can't move because you ate way too much chocolate. But that's okay, because that's better than bad coffee. So try out some new things, maybe do a little bit of research before you leave if you have like super crazy dietary requirements or whatever. The next thing is going to be number 3, the walking. And if you've seen Europeans compared to Americans, we are slightly larger and slightly more around the belly area, and the reason for that is because they walk a hell of a lot more. They have a hell of a lot more stairs. And when I say stairs, I'm not saying, you know, stairs up to the 2nd floor of the library or stairs up to your apartment. I'm saying every damn place you want to go is gonna have 5 or 10 stories of stairs, and it's crazy freaking hard to realize that until you get there. Like, for instance, the first hostel in London, or the first hotel in London, I'm like, dang, that's really cheap. I got it for like 40 bucks, right? Totally cool, nice place or whatever. And he's like, all right, you guys are on the 6th floor. And I'm like, okay, where's the elevator? And he's like, the what? And he's like, you mean a lift? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. And he's like, oh, we don't have lifts here. And I'm like, I'm on the 6th floor and there's no lifts. I got a lot of freaking luggage, man. He's like, oh yeah, we don't, it's okay. It's good for your heart. And I'm like, I ain't trying to have no damn heart attack, man. What the hell? $40 is a good deal. So if you have any type of disabilities where you can't climb stairs or can't walk that much or whatever, you should definitely plan ahead and make sure that you're preparing to find places that are on the ground floor and maybe more expensive or whatever. So be prepared for that. Also, before you go, you need to do tons of cardio and tons of exercise. Walk couple miles a day, if not more. Get used to this because I clocked some of my miles. There was one day in Paris I walked 18 miles and it was only like a half a day. It was crazy. Like your legs feel like they're literally gonna rot off, especially if you're a bigger guy or a bigger chick or whatever and you don't walk that much. So be prepared. Get ready for this. It's like preparing for a marathon, so be careful. The next thing, number 4, is addresses. That's 2. That's like, what the hell? Addresses, street signs, and the layouts of the cities and the centers and the neighborhoods and everything. If you're from America, and I'll say if you're from the East Coast, you're probably going to be a little bit more accustomed to the crazy wackiness of it. But if you're from the West Coast, meaning I guess Southwest, Arizona, where I'm at, we have a really super simple layout because we were one of the last states to build our grid system, so we kind of learned from everybody else's mistakes. So if you're from here, things make sense. If you're going to Europe, say Paris, shit is not going to make sense. I don't recommend getting a car in the downtown center of Paris if you are not familiar with what the hell you're doing, because that's a horrible idea. Reading street signs, they're probably, most of them are posted on the side of a building under another sign for business, and you ain't going to see that crap, especially if you're driving in 15 converging lanes of traffic and everybody's beeping and honking and screaming and whatever. So I recommend walking in the city center rather than driving. Also the layout of the streets is crazy. There's like no like this, you know, one way this way, one way this way. It's like vroom, vroom, vroom. Everybody's going the opposite way and it's nuts. So be very careful. The addresses are really super weird. You got to remember, like, these layouts were hundreds if not thousands of years ago. So, and they didn't change. Like, they didn't upgrade it just because you're dumb and you're not from there. They don't give a damn. People that are from there work fine with it. So why change it? So you're gonna have to do a little bit of research and be ready for that. The final neat thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the final thing is the hours of the stores are crazy compared to America. Like if I go to Walmart, it's open 24 hours. If I go to Circle K, it's open 24 hours. If I go to like a dollar store, it opens at 9, it closes at 5. I know it's predictable, or whatever the hours are. They're very predictable. Some places of the world, not so much. I got super wasted the first night I got into England and Nottingham, and I drank like 30 of their dark lager beers. Horrible idea. Anyway, I mean, it was fun, don't get me wrong, but I woke up the next day and ibuprofen is like my best friend. And I was not prepared with ibuprofen. I had to go to school the next day. And the problem with that is I threw my brains up all over the place, all over the bathroom, all over my room. And I had a pounding headache and I wanted to go get ibuprofen. So I'm like, cool, I'll go get ibuprofen as I'm like throwing up, and I'll do that before class starts. Well, guess what? None of the stores in Nottingham are going to open till like 11 or 12 in the morning. So that's not going to happen. So if you, and they closed at like 5 or something like crazy, like, so, and people literally disappear for like certain parts of the day. I'm like, where the hell is everybody? So it's kind of crazy. So check with your local places. If you get into town in the mid-afternoon and the stores are open, go grab your stuff then, because you might need something later and they're not going to be open, or certain parts of the world are going to do, like, they'll close on certain days, or they might just not come in that day, or whatever. It's their part of the world. They can do whatever the hell they want. You know what I mean? It's their business. Very many local shop owners and stuff like that just decide not to come in, and what are you gonna do? You're gonna complain about it because nobody cares. Nobody's gonna listen to you. So just prepare accordingly. If you see a store open and you think about something you want, go get it then. Don't wait, because chances are you're gonna miss the store later. You guys, that's the end of our video. I hope you like it. If you did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. If you have ideas for more videos, please put them in the comment section below, as well as checking out our Facebook group called World Travelers. I want to throw a shout out to somebody that I watch a lot of her videos, and she's pretty awesome, and I hope if you're watching my videos, go check out her. The Psycho Traveler, or Psycho Traveler? Psycho Traveler? Is it Psycho Traveler? Oh my gosh. Yes, Psycho Traveler. And she's like, oh, come on, my little psychos. She's so cool. I think she's from the UK. And she has some really cool videos, and I like them a lot. So go check her out. She's really awesome. Also, Our Facebook group is called World Travelers, and we have a blog that we started called worldtravelers944.wordpress.com. I will put the links in those below, and if you liked our videos, again, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember to build a life and live a life worth remembering. You guys, spread love, not hate. Peace.